Welcome to Herschy and the Keegs Show, starring pitcher Mark Hirschman and his personal catcher, Mike Keegan. Every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live from the Governor's Comedy Club radio studio. Thanks so much for listening.
A show about nothing. Two morons are talking. They both are really funny. They just go with the flow. It's the Hershey and Keegs Show.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Tuesday night, 9 p.m. You know what that means. It's time for the Hershey and the Keegs Show. I am Mike Keegan, Mark Hirschman, our producer, Sally. And I'll tell you one thing. No matter how bad of a day I have, when I hear Colin Cosell call me your catcher, and then Megan's beautiful angelic voice calling me a moron, it makes my day so much better.
We should do this every night for you, even if we don't do the show, just so you can go to sleep feeling good about yourself instead of sobbing like usual.
It's true. I mean, I've just had the week of Carla being away and me being the single dad, Mr. Mom. I'm not built for this.
So I didn't realize. So Carla, for people who didn't listen and watch last week, Mike's better half, Carla, went to Colombia to get a filling. Apparently, dental care, according to Mike, is cheaper in Colombia.
I believe
so. It was worth the $3,500 round trip ticket for her and her daughter to go to get 2 fillings and
maybe a crown. I don't know.
Yeah, they don't have crowns there.
Yeah.
But so she's still. I thought she would be home by now. So she's still in Colombia, which leads us to think that you're still taking care of her baby daughter, who's like your pseudo daughter now,
yeah,
Juliana. So is that why you've been a little fatutzt? I noticed the past few days, a little tired, a little bit cranky,
fatigued. I'm like,
yeah.
I mean, I love her to death, that
yeah.
girl, but like,
yeah.
Just one person, just like, you know, because like we talked about last week also, they were supposed to go to Disney, flight got canceled, my heart was broken for Juliana.
Yeah.
So now I'm just like perpetually trying to make up for that. So instead of like, oh, let's just hang around the house and maybe we'll go to the park or something, I'm like, all right, let's go to Laser Bounce, then we're going to go to the Children's Museum, and then I'm going to have a heart attack.
Yeah, why? Is she forcing your hand for this, or are you just trying to be the super dad?
She's not really forcing my hand. Like, she's cool to just go to the park, and I could sit on a bench. And
right.
But it's, you know, Long Island, not Long Island Children, but Laser Bounce is like kind of our thing. We like Friday nights. Mm-hmm. Her and I like to do our own thing. Nobody bothers us.
Nope, just you and her.
She does the bouncing and the running. I sit and look at my phone and catch up on my Facebook. But, but we have fun there, and that's like our thing.
Yeah.
And but then the following day, her friend, she has a really cute little friend that she goes to school with and she's in Girl Scouts with. Her mom's like, oh, we're going to Long Island Children's Museum tomorrow morning. So I'm like, I'm doubling up on activities now. This isn't for me. So we went to the Long Island Children's Museum, and that actually involved me walking around the entire...
That's a walk. There's a lot of walking involved, yeah.
I got my steps in.
Okay.
And then they have an outdoor part now, because of course we go when the weather gets hot.
Right, of course.
Now, and I'm not built for the outdoors.
Okay. If you say so.
I'm built
especially on a really hot day.
On a hot day, and after walking through the whole Long Island Children's Museum, the last part is you go outdoors and the kids play with water.
Right.
So I get to like watch people play with water while I'm sitting there dehydrated.
If you just collapsed at the Long Island Children's Museum, you could have been an exhibit. They could have been playing with you.
Exactly.
Look at the big dummy exhibit.
Climb on the big idiot.
So your bottom line is you've had a rough week. You're exhausted. Yeah. Mike's going to be the first non-dad to walk out on a child.
Yeah. He has that and I felt bad for him because he has that feel of like when a couple gets divorced and the dad only sees the kids on weekend,
right?
And they're like the overachiever in the park. You're like, dude, just chill out, right, because you're stressing your kid out so much for all these activities. Like you're enough.
You are enough.
I try, and I appreciate you saying that because I don't think
you
that
are.
way.
You adore her.
I think that I just want to get her and to do as much fun stuff as I can.
Right.
But how do I get that just weekend thing going?
Yeah, it's coming. It's definitely coming.
It's funny. I was thinking of Carla today in the parking lot because Tony. It's me and Tony's anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary!
Thank you. So
happy.
So he's like, "Oh, can I pull into CVS?" Carla. And the first thing I thought of was like, "I'm going to tell Carla on him." And I go, "Are you literally going to make me sit in the car while you go get me an anniversary card?"
$7
I'm like,
anniversary
I am
card.
so telling Carla on you. And he's like, "No, she meant gifts. Like you can't go to CVS and buy gifts there, not a card." I'm like, "All right."
Well, just know that Carla, she's getting drilled. Pardon the pun.
She's
also
getting
dental
drilled
work
in Colombia.
She's also getting dental work. Hey-o.
I know.
So she's off. She apprecites this. I'm
I
assuming
better get
she
so
has.
late on Friday night.
Yeah. And she comes back Saturday, Carla.
It's funny you even mentioned that. Like I told my friend, I'm like, yeah, Carla's going to Colombia for 10 days. He's like, all right, well, who's getting the cocaine and hookers?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I got
Carla.
I'm like, apparently Carla is because I'm watching a kid for 10 days.
So I'm assuming Carla has had no contact with you or her daughter. Is that
Barely.
right?
Yeah, barely.
She does not care, but she'll be appreciative, and Juliana will too be appreciative.
Yeah.
But you need to work on setting the bar low. As a parent,
Yeah.
we want to offer as little as possible.
Yeah.
See,
Okay.
that's what that's the part that I missed, and like getting in there at she was 3 years old when I came in there.
Right.
I missed the place where I could really set the bar low. Cause
Right.
As when I first started dating Carla,
She was a baby. She was a baby.
She was 3, and I'm like, literally the first night that I met her, Juliana. It was my first time, and we went to a movie. We went to go see Coco, the movie.
Okay, sure.
And Juliana's 3 years old, and I'm like, I got to try to make this kid like me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be the cool stepdad guy.
Right, yeah.
So she's very outspoken, even at 3 years old, Juliana.
Mm-hmm.
And at just one point in the movie, she just stands on the chair, 3 years old, and just screams, "I want candy!" Just screams at me, "Get me candy! I want candy!"
Yeah.
I ran out. Carla thought I was running out for good.
Yeah.
I came back with every candy that place fucking sold.
You know,
Me and Mark would have throat punched her.
you know what's funny though?
Exactly.
But you know what's
We could have,
interesting though?
if me and Mark were parenting her, we would have had a fight over who got to
But
kill her.
luckily for Juliana, Mike also wanted candy at that moment.
Oh yeah, dude! I
So-
capitalize on this stuff also.
Yeah, you came back milk duds. You came back with goobers.
Junior mints. I
Everything.
love junior mints, and
Yeah.
she doesn't like minty things.
So Carla essentially has another child with you, basically.
Yeah.
You guys like that. So, so you've earned it. Juliana's where tonight? At your house, or she's at the
Tonight she's gonna be at Carla's sister's house.
the sister. Okay. So this is the sister who has a female lover.
Yeah, they're a wife. She's got a husband actually.
A husband. Okay.
A husband.
Okay.
They're two girls that like each other.
So it's interesting. Carla has a sister who's a lesbian, and she has a boyfriend that looks like one.
Wow.
I'm good tonight. God, I'm good.
I bet you thought of that 5 minutes after we left last Tuesday.
I'll be right.
And couldn't wait to.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Yeah, good. So I'm curious about the dynamic.
Well, supposedly Carla's sister's not a lesbian though.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because just her wife is. Because according to
I'm going to use this one.
Hispanic people are not progressive with homosexuality.
Oh, okay.
So Carla's mother is always just like, no, she's not married to her. She just loves her. She just loves her. Not like sexually or anything like that. She just loves her.
Oh.
Tell that to the box of dildos we found in the.
Hey-o. Okay.
But
all right.
But then and Carla's mother's husband, her current husband, he, obviously very, he's a great guy.
Right.
But again, not progressive with homosexuality.
Okay. And
He has said, that's disgusting, blah, 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 homosexuality is disgusting. And then she was like, am I still inviting him to the wedding? He's like, of course you are. Who's going to walk you down the aisle? So just like a good guy, but they just don't understand that that's...
It's interesting. Don't you find it, Sally, interesting to hear Mike Keegan say that someone else is not progressive about homosexuality?
I love homosexuality. I'm a racist. I'm not a homophobe.
So is there a good dynamic though between you, Carla, and the two of them?
There is.
Yeah.
Carla's sister She's very much Carla.
Okay.
They're two peas in a pod.
Okay.
And her sister's wife, that's my boy.
Yeah.
That's the way.
Okay.
She even says like, Carla's sister's wife's like, yo, we should like go out one night and like have a boys' night. I'm like, yeah, we should.
Why don't you do that? Why don't we do that?
Yeah, why don't we should?
I
do
want
that.
a boy.
Yeah, exactly. Like she's like, and I'd be like, you know what? And I would feel safe because like she could beat the shit out of me.
Oh my god, we need someone to be safe with us.
Yeah, exactly.
To make us feel safe, I should say.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, we should go out. Just go to like the casino, like have a guys'
let's go
night.
bowl.
Like, yeah, we should have a guys'
fucking
night.
bowl and play darts and shit. Yeah, all right. Let's make a plan of that. I'm into that. I'm totally Sally. I don't know. You might have to spend time with Carla that night when me and Mike and what's
fine by
name?
me.
Yeah,
Gyra.
Okay, so we might do something. We're gonna plan it. So okay, so the one thing I wanted to ask you, and you had told me about, and I said save it for the show. Did you get threatened again? Something on stage happened again with you?
Oh boy,
oh my god.
Tell
me.
So I was at Wisecrackers, Mohegan Sun
in Pennsylvania,
Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And I have a bit that I do about Carla's Colombian. I do a Colombian joke.
Yeah.
And I go, you never know what you're waking up to next morning dating a Colombian woman. It's either Sofia Vergara or Pablo Escobar. So innocent. It's an innocent joke.
Harmless. I'm not
At the end
offended.
of the show, I'm sitting in the back of the room. Some guy comes up to me, a Hispanic-looking gentleman.
Yeah.
And he had a very aggressive look on his face.
Yeah.
And puts down his driver's license and just points to the last name. He goes, "It's Escobar," was his last name.
Oh,
He goes,
wow.
"I'm from Colombia. Don't fucking talk about Colombia." I'm like,
Wow.
I gotta spend the next 2 days at this place. This guy's gonna murder me.
Wow. And that was it though. There was no.
Luckily, that was it.
Okay.
Yeah, luckily that was it. But
Okay.
I was threatened. I thought he was doing it like as a joke, but he was.
He was not.
He was not joking.
He
around.
wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think you're long for the business of comedy the way things are going. I think you're gonna probably be hurt, maimed, or worse.
Probably.
Because it seems like you've tweaked a couple of people in the past few weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tend to do that.
All right. Well, I'm. Otherwise, you're okay. Everything is good. You're feeling well. Monkeypox is kept away.
Monkeypox is away. I'm COVID free apparently.
Okay. All right. Good. Well, I hope so. You just blew a big breeze towards me, so I'm like, whatever you have, I definitely have right now.
I'll tell you what, COVID wise, I went to last weekend. I bought tickets. Probably the first time in 10 years since I started comedy, I bought tickets to a comedy show.
Oh, you went to see Steve Lynch.
I was gonna go see Steve Lynch.
Okay.
I went with my buddy Pete.
Right.
And apparently, Landmark Theater in Port Washington has a very strict vaccine policy.
Correct. The North Shore people.
Because, I thought we were in America.
Right.
But
let's go. Let's hit that tonight.
My friend, and I'm vaccinated. I have my proof of vaccination.
Yeah.
Pete does not.
Right.
He's very anti-vax. He's not going to get vaccinated. So this little.
Can't you bring a kit with you that you took?
He will not. The only thing this guy would accept is the Vax card. Or
Vax card or the app.
Empire. The
Yeah.
app.
Okay.
So this little twink comes prancing out, and and told my friend Pete, he's like, "Well, I have not made one exception in a year, and I am not starting tonight." And I'm like, first of all, it was like a third sold. Like the place was empty. Not many people.
Gutted.
Sit us in the back. You know?
Right. Yeah.
I know you got this policy, whatever. It's
Right.
fucking
Policy,
not real.
schmolicy,
Yeah.
COVID, double lung pneumonia. Who cares?
But it's bullshit. It's over. It's fucking a flu
Right.
now.
Right. Not barely.
My friend
Sniffles.
My friend Gino Visconti has the COVID is just the flu with a better marketing department. That's it.
Okay. Good. Very good.
But it used to be a thing.
Did he tell you that when you guys were in the compound, all trumped up? Is that what
much,
happened? Yeah. Okay.
It's
So
a mild
okay,
flu now.
did you get your money back? What happened here?
Did get my money back. I didn't think I was going to because that night.
Yeah.
Me and Pete went out to a bar. So instead
Right.
of going to the show, we're like, let's go get a nice dinner.
Right. Let's
get a couple
tie one
drinks.
on, drive home from Port Washington.
No,
Perfect.
We went back to East Meadow to tie one on.
Okay, good.
So we went to Margaritas in East Meadow for dinner.
Classy. Yeah.
Pure class.
That's what you take all your boys to, yeah.
Take all the boys to.
Right.
So we had a dinner there.
Okay.
And then we went over to the Barrel Inn to see old Richie Byrne was bartending.
Oh, okay, okay.
So
that's progress.
Went to go see Richie Byrne. We had a few nips.
Yeah.
And
okay.
a nip or two, and
Yep.
Pete got very patriotic.
So if you couldn't see a funny comedian, you go see Richie Byrne. Okay,
Yeah, exactly.
Good.
We're punching down. So Pete gets very patriotic and bold and decides to tweet the Landmark Theater.
Oh boy.
A couple homophobic slurs here
Nice.
and there.
Good. So now you're banned from there also.
Probably banned. And at that point, the guy had given me his card and said, "Hey, listen, just email me. We'll give you a credit."
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not. And I didn't even realize that because I was just like so heated.
Okay.
And then we get to the bar and Pete's like, "Yeah, he said he's giving you a credit. He's not giving you money back." So I'm like, I'm getting my fucking money back.
Getting my fucking money back.
And then I saw what Pete's actually in Facebook jail now for 30 days. From what he wrote to.
Sure. Well, of course.
So I'm like, I'm not getting shit back after what he wrote. But I'll tell you one thing: I did email the guy and I did get a full refund.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
It was, $85.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, good. So overall, in the life of Keegan, this is a pretty good week. Let's just say
It's a good week.
This is a good week for
this
you.
is pretty good.
Spend time with my beautiful Juliana. And,
good. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're going to be handing her off on Friday and then disappearing for a while.
I'm going to. I have a show in Jersey on Saturday. I might not be coming back.
No, you'll be there for a
One of
while.
those things. I'm going to get a pack of smokes.
So you have your beautiful Juliana. As I mentioned last week, Samantha, my 19-and-a-half-year-old, started working last week because, it's time, I would say. And she started working at the Dollar Tree, which I told you, which is really... so a couple of interesting things happened. Ironically, the first day that she was there... either she was wearing a mask from my workplace or the person that she saw, but somehow she connected with someone because one of them was wearing a mask from my workplace. It had the name on it, which the truth is I make most of my money from this podcast and from stand up, but I do just for insurance purposes maintain a day job and so the gentleman who met with Samantha comes back to work and he's like, oh, I saw someone and we made a connection and the girl said that she knew you. And I said, oh, really? Where were you? He goes, the Dollar Tree. And I said, knew me? And I said, well, what was... He said it was a girl. She was like 19 or 20 years old. And she said that...
He's thinking, oh, good for Hirschman, right?
She knew someone that worked at, where I work. And so when I get home that night, I said, Samantha, did you see someone? She goes, oh, yeah. I told them that I knew you. I said, at any point did you say, that's my father? Like, wouldn't that have been a natural thing at some point?
I knew a guy once.
That's so weird.
She goes, yeah, I just said I knew who you were. I said, but the natural progression in the conversation when
Not only do I know him, he's my dad.
Yeah, like he made me.
Yeah, exactly.
So Samantha that's Samantha in a nutshell, basically.
Great.
Never told the guy that she was my daughter.
That's so fucking funny.
So the next day she's off. So she works Wednesday and Thursday, and she's off on the Friday. And I say to her before I leave for work, I said, do me a favor. I know she worked 4 hours Wednesday, 4 hours Thursday. And on Friday, before I left for work, I said, do me a favor. Mom had asked you to take your laundry up, so please do that. And she looks at me and goes, oh, Dad, it's my off day.
Oh, man.
I said, wait, hold on. You're going to be 20 in January. Yeah. You have never worked a day in your life.
You work 8 hours.
Well, hold on a second. Then I found out from Stacy, which I didn't realize, that both of those days was just her watching videos on how to work in the Dollar Tree. I guess it tells
orientation.
you an orientation about how everything is $1.25 now. I guess I don't really know.
Yeah.
So Samantha is.
And if you meet people, don't tell them that you know their family
right. Yeah.
members.
Yeah. I know him. I know that guy. No. So Samantha's doing that. She's off at. She's at work. I did have a funny conversation at work. I spoke to someone whose last name was Baby. Actually, which happens to be the name of my dog. You know that. My little Shih Tzu Pomeranian is Baby. And
spelled the same?
Baby. Her last name was Baby. She was
Was she an African American?
No. God damn it, Hitler. No, she was not. She was from Bangladesh, actually. So at some point, I had said to her, I said, that my dog's name is Baby, and then she giggled a little bit, like a little awkward giggle, whatever. Yeah. But then at some point she must have been holding a newborn, so the newborn started screaming and crying. I'm like, oh my God, is that baby? And at that point, the conversation went south.
Yeah,
after
exactly.
that,
Yeah. She covered up her baby and walked away.
So that was a funny thing that happened, and then I got into a maybe this was like on Thursday or Friday. I got into a little bit of a sparring match with the landscaping company that cuts lawn in my house. So I get a call, and the girl is like, "Hello, this is Genesis, and we're just letting you know we're coming to do your service tomorrow." And I said, "Yeah, Genesis."
They're all named Genesis.
Genesis,
now. So
yeah.
weird.
Well, she's a big Phil Collins lover, she said.
I was thinking.
I was going to say Bible reader, but
Yeah.
No. What do Hispanic people have with Phil Collins?
So she says, we're going to come service you tomorrow.
It's Hennessy.
So I said, "You guys come every Friday. Why? It's weird that you're calling." She's like, "No, we're coming to plant the trees tomorrow." And I'm like, No. I don't have any trees to plant. I don't plant any trees. Yeah. She's like, No. We have it. It's a work order. We'll see you tomorrow." And I'm like, "No, Genesis, we don't. I don't want." She's like, "Listen, Ricardo told me that we're doing the trees tomorrow, so we're doing the trees. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye." And she's like, she hung up.
She got tree raped.
So I panic texted Ricardo, and I'm like, "Ricardo, I don't know what's going on here, but you're going to plant trees that presumably are probably pretty expensive. And not only do I not have the scratch for trees, I don't want trees right now."
No mas.
Yeah. So Carlos does not ever like to text with me.
Carlos
He always Ricardo. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't know what made me think Carlos, but Ricardo does not like to text. He always calls me, but he usually waits till the end of the day, and he calls me after my text about there was a dandelion and it upset me. Could you please make sure that there's no they
You know why they don't text? Because it's always such a pain in the ass to put that little thing over the E's.
Oh my God in heaven. God, this show's never gonna last. So he calls me. He's like, "I'm sorry. She thought it was your house. It's your neighbor's house, and it was resolved." But I was riddled with panic.
Oh my! I can imagine
I was so nervous.
Like people just listening to this that don't know you are like, whatever. The guys, you were.
Most people are like, "Yay, new trees."
But still, just like you thinking, is there anything I can do to stop these trees? Kept you up at night, I'm sure.
I was so. Luckily, it was resolved pretty quickly. But it's a good point. It doesn't take much to make me anxious, which leads to today's horror that happened. So I leave the house this morning at 8:45 to get to work. Stacy's already at work. Anna is sleeping. Samantha's sleeping. Max, of course, is up by 6 o'clock, and he's already doing shit. And I can't be in the office for more than 5 minutes. And I start getting mad texts from my neighbors. "Cops are at your house, in front of your house. Don't mean to alarm you, but what's going on?" And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on at all. Like,
they could say, "Ice cream truck is in front of your house. Don't be alarmed."
Well, hold on a second. So, but the cops are now So it was my neighbor Laura down the block, then Tina next door, then Sue from across the street. And I'm like, wow, that's for them all to be contacting me. And then one of them is saying now they're walking up to your door. And I work across the street from my house, the part-time job, right? Yeah. So I literally I fly out of the office. I get in my car, blow through the 2 red lights that it is before I get home. To find out that these guys were looking for an address that didn't even exist. They were looking for the house number 6 on my block, and there is no 6 on my block. So it was either a fake or they had the wrong street in total. Yeah. But to get my heart reactivated after this, you can imagine it was not good.
This is law enforcement. You think they would know?
I don't know. I don't know, but it was pretty disconcerting, and I've had a day myself. You think everything is all about you and your pseudo kid and everything? Well,
really.
I had a day.
Really put it into perspective.
Yeah. What about you, Silly? What's going on with you?
Well, Carla wants Mike to know that you almost died from COVID 13 times.
Right, Carla. So the point is, I'm surprised they even have reception where
that was when it was.
She's actually not out of the country.
She's in the jungle. Yeah. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised.
She's just hanging around town. She's getting her nails done.
I would not be surprised if she's in Hicksville.
That's so funny. And then she said something like, "Sorry, your hot date went south." I guess because you were saying.
Oh, with Pete.
Yeah.
Carla's reception.
It actually didn't go south. It went south of the border. We went to Margaritas.
Right. Carla's reception is so slow where she's at that she's commenting on last week's show still.
She's like, oh, can you ask Anthony Recker for a question for me?
Right. Mark Malusis doesn't want to talk to you. Okay? It's not funny. Silly, tell us about you. How are you doing? We're going to ask it again because it's now 3 weeks since Silly Sally's sister Cindy. Well, that's a lot of S's right there.
Silly Sally's sister Cindy. Silly Sally's sister
Cindy passed, for you guys
Cindy.
who don't know, Silly's sister. So it's only a few weeks. How's everyone? Anything going on? The family holding up okay? Are you doing okay?
Yeah, we're doing good. I mean,
Yeah.
she was kind of a whirlwind, so the house is quiet. So that's like the only thing people are
Right.
like. It's quiet. Like she was definitely the extrovert in the house. Like we're all introverted.
Yeah.
So
Was she like kind of like the rooster in the morning? Wake up, everyone!
she
Right.
just would talk through everything. Like, here I am walking in the kitchen. You know, he was like, okay, you can actually just walk in the kitchen and not announce it.
Exactly.
You know. So so like that's been difficult, and but I'm still going through like all of her stuff. Like I was telling you, it's like all this weird stuff all the time.
So Mike is a good segue. Mike just mentioned that Cindy was the rooster in the morning. And we, thanks to Sally and her comfort with sharing the memories of Cindy and talking about her, we are going to play another episode of
What's in the Cock Box?
What is in the Cock Box?
Nice, Mark.
That's so funny.
Okay, so for you guys who paid attention last week and watched and listened, Sally had found a box that Cindy had kept some possessions in, and we're going to go ahead and show it on air right now again so you guys see. Last week, I don't think I did a great job of showing so you guys could actually see it, but this week, hopefully, yeah, a little bit better. And there's a cock on the box.
That's some cock.
That is, yeah. Thank you. But what do you think of this?
Oh yeah, you got a box in your hand too, there, Hershey.
Yeah. So we have the cock box, Cindy's cock box, and there was some special treats in it last week. So what Sally had done, since there sounds like there's an enormous amount of stuff that has to be gone through, she has brought back some more possessions in Cindy's cock box for us. That was very nice of you to do that.
Yeah, you were saying that you wanted to do this. I was like, all right. So actually, before I threw the trash out, I'd thrown out like a bunch of stuff that I'm like, I don't know what this is. So I'm like, so now I'm pulling stuff back out in the section of
we will. Mike and I will dumpster dive to keep the show going.
Yeah, one man's trash is the other man's cock box secret.
Right. One terrible podcast to go over.
Oh, but remember last week was the weird funky glasses? I found out what they were.
What were they? I thought they were like some spy tech things.
Yeah, they were. Andy Plajanos knew what they were because
of course he did.
His wife has a pair, and she's a dental hygienist.
Penis.
Oh, okay.
And they're like she wears them when she's like deep cleaning teeth because it's a million magnification.
Okay.
And so he's like, they're called loop glasses, and if you look them up, that's what they were.
Really? Thank you, Andy Plajanos.
And she was a vet tech, so she would like suture, and she actually did dentals on dogs.
Right.
So that's why she had it.
So if you would have put these on, Carla could have stayed home. You could have just used those glasses to fill Carla's cavity.
Or I'm gonna have Carla wear them next time we're getting intimate. And,
okay.
I look like a big boy for once.
But why do you want to wait till Christmas of 2025 for that? Okay. So
I'm gonna be getting laid this weekend. So
we are going to take a look and see what is in Cindy's cock box. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. You ready, Mikey?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Okay. The first thing you didn't really bring a lot of stuff in the cock box.
Well, I got a couple of things here. They just don't fit.
Okay. I'm like, there's not much in there. Okay. All right.
Well, I just like to get her know better. Like that was like when she was in her 20s, she rode a motorcycle. Like, she
wow.
Was so fucking
cool.
She's so cool. I'll never be that cool.
So this first thing in Cindy's cock box is a picture that was developed in one of those Kodak places in 1981, September 1981. So it's a 41-year-old photo of a motorcycle that, do we know if this was Silly Cindy's bike, a friend's bike?
Yeah, it was hers.
Wow. Okay.
What kind of, is it a Harley? Is it an Indian?
Oh,
No, I
you're
don't
asking.
think
That
so.
looks like an Indian.
You're asking a manly question, buddy.
Looks like an Indian, right? Is it?
Yeah, all right. Don't act like you
I've watched the
Mike and
I've
Fred
watched-
Frick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
American Pickers.
Yeah, okay. You don't know what an Indian is, okay?
That's
Yeah.
all.
The only Indian you protested is the only one you know, okay? Okay, so there's a picture of a motorcycle.
She's like Janis Joplin.
There's
Yeah,
speaking.
she always reminded me of Fleetwood Mac's.
Yeah.
What's her face?
Stevie Nicks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she always had that like feel about her.
Yeah.
So this picture is, I assume this is a photo of Silly Cindy. Also,
In her 20s,
oh
I
wow,
guess.
this is April of 1977. This is before you were born, and I was a few years old.
This one's before I was born too.
Oh, that's true too. You're 83. So Cindy
She's like
is
24 or
just
something.
in a foyer, in a hallway somewhere, on the steps, just smoking a butt.
Yeah, hold it closer so you could
Yeah, I wonder.
like that camera.
I wonder if this
You
is
go,
a
like,
picture.
really close.
Is she like modeling here? Like
No,
what
that
this is?
someone just snapped it. Like she's
So cool and
but
chic.
she was just always cool like
She
that.
was a
you know?
cool mofo. Damn it! You know what? You don't want to have regrets in life, but I have a lot of them. And I feel badly that we never like.
I wish. Yeah. I'd love
Yeah,
to have
like
met her.
you know what? I guess we had spoken. I don't know if it was on the show or before it, but I remember saying like to Sally, "Is she okay? Like, is she gonna be okay?" And your answer was you thought she was gonna be. I feel
Oh,
like.
did I?
Yeah. Like yeah, she's all right. Like this was a few months ago though.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
can I
yeah, a
take a
few
look at
months
that?
ago.
Yeah. And I didn't realize that.
So cool.
But maybe there's a little bit more mystique to the fact that she's not here, and we're kind of reliving her her past and her great memories that she had
She
here.
does have a kind of a Stevie Nicks kind of.
This next device here is it looks like something that I don't know. Here, let's go ahead.
Is that how umpires keep their counts?
It could be that, or
I don't know.
you can hang clothes on it, maybe like a pin, but there is some numbers and letters on it, and potentially it lights up. I'm afraid that
Does
it's
it?
going to explode here. Oh wow, it's flashing, everybody. It's flashing. Does anybody know what this is? Anyone who's
Yeah, go
watching?
closer.
Andy Plajanis, please let us know what this is.
Yeah.
So we don't hurt ourselves.
Yeah,
Please let us
I don't
know what this is
Let
here.
Mike
Yeah.
take a look here.
Mike, you can take a look. Yeah.
All right. So, Me Ideal T80. Oh, this is a T82G model.
Oh, I didn't realize there was a G. Okay, I didn't realize that. I would have known what it was without that. Okay.
Looks like some sort of a nipple clamp of some.
Yeah. Is there another one in here?
It looks like it,
No.
it tests
No.
like maybe like the electricity. It has like
All right.
positives and negatives.
So, Andy Pujanis, can you go ahead and find out what it is?
It's the Me Ideal T82G model, Andy.
Find out what it is
Please
for us.
ask
Okay.
your wife.
It's crazy.
What else we got over
It does
there?
seem
Oh.
like some kind of a little
And just like
nipple.
random things like she would like have. Like why would you
It is a
have
good kind of nipple
that.
clamp, though.
So we have here. Oh, good. Leave it there.
like
Leave it
why
there.
why would she bother
Leave
to
it
bring
there.
that from Georgia? Like what?
Yeah.
Why?
So she has a mini. It looks like a miniature fake plant.
kind of.
It's made by Hutzler. It's called Herbies, Herbeze. I think that there's some sort of aroma to this. I think that normally if
You
it was
think?
not, yeah, I think there might have been something to do with smell.
Let me take a whiff of this.
Take
guy.
a look.
I was
don't know.
thinking like you'd plant something in it. I
don't know. God,
It's
she
like-
was the most interesting person alive. They should have made her the person in
You
that
could grow your
commercial.
weed in here,
She
I
could have done the Dos Equis commercials.
There could be a lot of weed stuff.
Yeah. What else you got over there? What else you got?
Like what is that?
Okay.
Oh, I know what that's one of them dildos.
No.
No, okay. All right.
This is something that if you're really pissed off at the turkey, you ram it up its ass and there's 3 spikes in it. It could be. Is this a tin whistle? No, this is a. No, it's not. Is this? There is little hairs on it, so that's making me nervous. This is a prep and pop. A prep and pop. So I wasn't far off here.
I think it puts juice in the turkeys.
Jews? Juice in the turkey. Oh, did she have this in her cock box? She did.
No, like the cock box just had the stuff from last week. So
Yeah.
now I have a pile of stuff that I've put to the side to ask people, like, what is this?
I would not get rid of the prep and pop turkey ass blaster. I wouldn't get rid of this.
This is how lesbians inseminate themselves.
Yeah, maybe.
Is that really it? Oh, wow. Okay.
I'll have to ask old.
Yeah, like maybe you stab the meat and then squirt juice in it.
I've stabbed the meat and squirted juice before. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like some kind of juice injection
But
device.
that's all I have this week. But
I think that's a
more to
lot.
come.
I think the prep and pop is something that I would like to consider for Thanksgiving myself.
This is
She's phenomenal. She's a phenomenal individual to have kept the prep and pop, considering that the past few years she wasn't making turkeys at your house or anything like that. No. Wow.
But it doesn't. It's not open ended here, so it wouldn't inject fluid in.
Yeah. You feel.
Maybe, do you think maybe just tenderizes meat?
It could tenderize.
Maybe it's not
Give
even
it
a
the
kitchen item.
Give
Who
it
knows?
the old. Put it on a thing and give it the old.
Oh yeah, we can do like a little.
Yeah.
I think that you know more than you should about injecting fluid in things.
Yeah.
There were like
It's
there.
patented.
There
Yeah.
were so many IV bags that
Did
I
she
found,
maybe she
and
invented them.
needles and IV things because she did a lot of that work. I don't know why she would bring all that stuff with her, but they were like full like
So,
Doing
sutures. And,
taxidermy at the house.
so you would say that she was a little bit a pack radish, a little bit, somewhat, right?
and I don't know, just like I think she was just kind of like, what if I ever need this?
Yeah.
So she kept specialized things that she probably couldn't get off of Amazon.
Okay.
You know, and kept that stuff.
That we should make like a Cindy museum.
What
do you think?
Right? Exactly. A cock museum, if you will.
That would be really really cool.
Yeah, and in fact, I was and talking about like the whole weed stuff because she just was like always hippy dippy, and but she didn't care about it. She had just smoked weed for so long that she just didn't even care. And so the other day, I'm driving in the car with Kevin, and I'm trying to find a pen, and I open up my car's, one of the compartments, and there's like a joint in it.
Oh, really?
My God.
Like it's.
So casual.
I know, like, so I guess I'll just keep a joint in someone else's
Yeah,
car.
right, exactly.
Love her. Can we just talk about something that as I watch the shows back every week, it concerned me a little bit. I drink constantly throughout the show. If you guys notice that, I drink like you guys are like fucking camels. Like nothing. I'm already through one bottle. I'm well on to another one. And if you watch,
every time I walk in here, I'm like, I should have gotten a fucking Gatorade.
No, but I feel like is it a nervous habit for me that I'm drinking, or I really feel like I'm parched and I need to hydrate?
I think it's maybe a comfort thing.
You think it is, Silly Sally?
Yeah,
What do you
because
think?
when you're talking, I think it helps your throat.
Yeah, maybe.
But also, it's like like Ron White always has the little glass of whiskey in his hand while he's doing stand up, and
Oh, okay.
maybe that's your thing. You just have a little bottle of water. Hey, I'm casually having a conversation. And here I'm just going to take a sip and continue on with my...
You know what? There have been weeks that I've watched back the show, and I think it's just a thing, like a nervous habit
You do it less.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
You do.
I have been doing it a little bit less.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, we're coming together as a family. We're coming together as a family.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, I don't know if you guys had remembered this. One of the early episodes, we did a segment that was called "If We Were Gay." Not that we are gay,
No,
Mike
we're
and I,
not.
but ultimately,
We're deeply closeted.
we actually went over some five celebrities from me, 5 celebrities from Mike, and we discussed ultimately if we were gay, why we would pick these particular people. And I decided that we should, considering that sports is really taking over right now as far as our lives, baseball is hot, hockey, everything.
This is the hottest time.
Hottest time. So we're gonna do for you guys. And Sally's going to cue up the music.
Yeah.
Okay. We are going to do a very special If We Were Gay sports edition.
Sports edition.
And
With my personal pitcher, Mark Hirschman.
Right, exactly. So what we're going to do is we're going to do like a little bit of a kind of like a pseudo draft almost, where that's right. Yeah, here we go.
Get after it, girls.
Yeah. We're gonna do it. So I'm gonna pick one. You can just even leave it going if you want. Can you
Is
do
it
that?
too loud?
No, it's good.
Okay.
What do you think? We just leave the music going while we're doing
Absolutely.
it? Yeah.
Going.
Okay. So I'm gonna do one, then you're gonna do one, and then we're gonna give a little description as to why we're picking that particular individual.
Sounds good.
Okay. So I think I'm gonna let you go first, Michael. I think I'm gonna let you go first.
My first pick is just so superficial.
Yeah.
Just the best looking person that ever played a sport on the planet.
Yeah.
David Beckham.
Wow.
David Beckham, superficial.
That's low hanging fruit, but
It is, but I mean,
how can you pass it up? So I want to know honestly, okay? Like you are watching TV and you see an image of him, or you're scrolling around. Do you get a little flutter? Like
I do. Like I will never watch a second of soccer.
Never.
I am not interested in it.
playing it, watching it, nothing.
Nothing
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
But David Beckham's playing.
Yeah.
Like I just know like his little bit of his personal life, and the guy could be in the I don't even know what do they play quarters, halves. I think.
You know what? The 18 holes? I don't know.
There could be 2 minutes left in the second half. He could be
Yeah.
dirty, bloody, sweaty, hair
Yeah.
all messed up,
Right.
and still fucking gorgeous.
Gorge.
Never. There's no time this guy cannot be gorgeous.
Wow.
And then he can go from that, which I would look the worst that I could possibly look in that
Of course.
situation.
No doubt.
And then he'll go from that gorgeous, but then he's such an impeccable dresser. You see the guy when he's at an award
Oh
ceremony.
yeah. No, he's
The guy's got the
He's all that in a box of chips.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Wow.
And then there's the accent,
Yeah.
the confidence,
Keep going.
the fucking sex appeal, the fucking 5 o'clock shadow that fucking I just want to rub my thighs against.
Carla, please come home.
God in heaven, what's
So
happening?
lonely, Carla.
Hold on a second. So, be honest. Your level of disdain for Posh Spice, is that who is that?
Fuck that bitch.
Okay,
She
I just
doesn't
wanna make sure.
appreciate him.
I feel like she doesn't.
She doesn't.
I feel like she doesn't. I feel like I don't know. I mean, you're right. She acts like she's his equivalent.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And
That's
she
what it
isn't.
is.
She isn't.
That's what it is.
She's not Beyonce.
She's like, of course I should be with David Beckham.
You know what I'm saying? She's not Beyonce. She's not Jennifer Hudson.
Exactly.
One of those that we
Beyonce
love
fucking
so much.
marries a fucking troll.
She's not Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
She's part of a group
part
that had
of a
like
group.
3 good songs in like 1970.
Yeah. She's got a cute little body. I'm not even not like a cup of tea.
No.
And I'm not a fan of her face.
Yeah.
And she's got a shitty attitude.
Yeah.
And she probably thinks she's better than David Beckham. Oh,
Wow.
he's just some dumb footballer.
Amen.
He's not some dumb footballer.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
Wow. Sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to
Yeah.
start this fire. But okay. So speaking.
I want to
of,
have biscuits with that boss.
Speaking of the football, since we're on this subject of soccer or football or whatever they want to fucking call it,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you that when I put this list together, which took me about 3 seconds because it just came firing into my head, I got flooded with them. Flooded.
The thoughts are already in your head. Like, how do I make this?
I'm like,
how do I make this logical? Oh, let's make it a segment on the show.
How do I get 5 out of 274 men that I think about all the time? I don't know if you've seen him recently. I'm sure you have. But we're talking soccer, football. Cristiano Ronaldo is, he is just a chiseled god. I don't even know I can't even find the words.
And I'll tell you, I didn't want to go too soccer heavy.
Yeah.
But his name popped into my mind too.
I mean, he is just perfection in every way. How do you
Really
manage to? So you're right. So Beckham has he's a little bit scruffy, and he has a little bit of a rough Boston Red Sox in the 2000 something era. But Ronaldo is just clean and well groomed, and his hair and his teeth. And
He should be like a freestyle artist or something.
yeah. Oh yeah. He can
But
freestyle on me. Yeah.
He looks like he was chiseled from stone
Stone. Yeah.
by Michelangelo.
Marble. Yeah.
Freestyle on me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he is definitely something, and again that sweet Latin accent. Yeah, I can't get enough of that. So we got 2 footballers. Who's your number 2 love?
I'm gonna go real football.
Okay.
On you, and just a guy who's not only just good looking, just a manly man who will show me who's boss.
Yeah.
but a guy I can party with.
Let's do it.
Rob Gronkowski.
Oh, wow. You went for the Gronk, huh?
And I'm sure Sally appreciates that.
Wow.
Him being a Patriot, and she's a New England fan.
Wow. Okay.
And listen, I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. Do or die.
But he's a good guy.
He's a good guy. Good guy.
He's just a nice, good guy.
A guy that I can hang out with.
But
fucking have some beers with.
And you want to have some dumb sex with him because he's not a smart man. It doesn't strike me as an intelligent guy.
I don't have to feel self-conscious around him.
No, he would never think twice about anything.
Like David Beckham, like I would feel like, oh, you know, he's got the accent. And he's, you know.
Keep your pinky up when you have the tea, Mike. Yeah.
Gronk, I'm gonna crush a case of fucking Natty Ice with him.
Oh my God, you are getting fucking pounded with him.
They'll have dumb, sweaty fucking sex.
You are getting pounded, and then you're getting pounded.
Exactly.
Wow. You threw me a curveball there, buddy.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that.
Like I said, I'm bred to hate the Patriots.
Yeah.
You can't not like Rob Gronkowski.
But love is love.
Love is love, and you can't not like Rob Gronkowski.
You can't avoid that. Okay. I can appreciate that one. This one, I'm going to go to our favorite sport, arguably baseball, I guess. Mm-hmm. But this is more. This is a managerial guy who I just for some reason I just can't turn my head away when I see him. He is just something about him. There's something about his mystique. He's a little bit of a man of mystery. Are you familiar with who the manager of the San Francisco Giants is? Gabe Kapler.
Yeah.
Gabe Kapler is something else. Yeah, Gabe Kapler. Yeah.
I think last time we did this, I'm pretty sure we told each other what five we were gonna pick.
Yeah.
We didn't this time.
You
just threw me out into left field, no pun intended, dog baseball.
I would love to get thrown into left field with Gabe Kapler.
Never thought about it. But now that you mention it, you got a point there.
You know what I like about Gabe Kapler? A lot of these guys who are managers, they just throw on the clothes. They don't give a fuck. But Gabe Kapler, when he gets that uniform ready, every single day, his beard is perfectly coiffed and trimmed. He wears those like black horn rim glasses. His physique is rippled.
Yeah, he looks like he could throw on a uniform and get out there and play.
That's exactly right. Yeah. So I know that I knew I was going to throw you for a loop there, and I didn't mean to do that. But we're being honest in this
never
episode.
Never thought about it. But you got a good point there, and I'll tell you one thing. Mm-hmm. Now I'm thinking, I'm like, you know what? He's so knowledgeable with intelligence. I'm a big thing. Intelligence.
No. You really look at someone and the way how smart they are affects how you feel about them. You've told me that for a long time.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Especially with the men. Yeah,
exactly.
So
that's why Mark has a new book every time I see him.
Right, that's true. I'm a reader.
So
you're on the same page with me as far as Gabe Kapler is concerned.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got a good one there.
Okay, good. All right, you can go now that we did that.
All right. One of our rules that you mentioned could be past, present, alive, or dead.
Yeah.
I'm going old school. Joe DiMaggio.
Wow.
Interesting.
Class.
Yeah, that is
pure class.
Okay.
Pure class.
So wait, hold on. What age Joe DiMaggio? Because we saw him from 1819 until when he died in the 70s. So you
Joe
want
DiMaggio,
70s? Mr. Coffee Joe DiMaggio?
Mr. Coffee in a suit.
Yeah.
Drinking the coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Handsome guy. You know what it is? He's just like reminds. Not to make it sound weird. Reminds me of like one of my.
This isn't weird.
Yeah.
I don't want to creep any of you guys out that are listening.
Now we're gonna creep them out.
He reminds
just
me
banged
of
David Beckham in the ass, okay?
He reminds me of like one of my old Italian uncles.
Yeah. Right.
Just like fucking old school Italian.
Yeah.
He'll keep you in line.
Right.
But if he's good enough for Marilyn Monroe, he's good enough for me.
Right. So you picture yourself with a little dress blowing up in the wind?
I am doing full role play.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Mr. DiMaggio.
Wow. Yeah, so you're on top of a sewer with your skirt blowing up?
Yeah, I am.
Wow. That's great.
I am 7-year itching.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Well, that's something totally different. We'll talk about that after the show. I told you about what you could do with that, but you don't ever listen.
Joltin' Joe has always done it for me.
You want to be jolted by Joe?
I want to be jolted.
I like it. I'm proud of you with that, buddy.
Where have you gone, Joe DiMaggio?
Yeah, we know. In Keegan's asshole. Okay. This next one, I have to be honest. I thought long and hard about even talking about it, but the truth is, if I'm not honest on this show, then what is this show?
Nothing.
We agreed to talk about ourselves, and obviously Sally has talked about some things that are very personal, and we both have.
Yeah, we put it all out there.
It's out there.
We leave it all in the field.
It's out on the field, out on the rink. So I'm an Islander fan since the late 70s. I'm older than you. I was there. I was old enough to live through the dynasty. So the fact that I'm going to say this name, it could get you upset with me. I don't know, because I know you're an Islander fan like me. But I don't know if you've gotten wind recently on the TV of this guy. But I have had more than one palpitation in the past couple of weeks for Mr. Henrik Lundqvist. Yeah. Have you? Tell me. I mean, little swimming pools. Those eyeballs. Have you seen those?
It's like you can get lost in them.
Yeah. I've gotten lost in them. Yeah. So are you mad at me now?
I'm not mad at you, because I might throw in a rival ranger.
Okay.
Kind of. But Henrik Lundqvist, a guy is a brick shit house.
Yeah.
The guy can do a split.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Yes.
The guy can do it.
Yeah.
Split right on top of you.
He can. I thought about that now. Yeah.
Flexibility.
He's also, he's in that suit. His hair. Listen, obviously, when you're in goalie uniform, you can't really see the beauty of a man when they're in a goalie uniform. Obviously, because the helmet's on and all that jazz. But
you see an interview after a game.
Yeah, he is.
That's what was under that mask.
And he has that. The accent almost reminds me of the Lethal Weapon, and I just want him to yell to me, "Diplomatic community." I'd like him to do that.
The accent does it for you too. Right?
Yeah, the accent, and so like I said, when I was putting this list together, that literally took 3 seconds. I thought that people are going to be mad. My Islander friends, are they going to be angry with me? And you know what? Something I have to deal with. Whatever.
Like Sally said, love is love.
Love it. I thought I said that.
Did
yeah.
You? All right.
Did you say love is love? I mean, really, it's Danny Cohen's line, but we're doing what we can here.
One of you guys said love is love.
Okay.
I'll throw a ranger at you.
Yeah. Is this on the list?
No, because I forgot my fourth.
Okay.
And
I think you sent it to me if you want me to go ahead and look. But okay, go ahead. Throw me the ranger.
This is who I thought you were going to say also.
Yeah.
Before you said Lundqvist.
Tell me.
Ron Duguay.
Interesting. I mean, Ron Duguay, that's interesting.
You think tight jeans.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Vidal Sassoon. What is the commercial?
La La Sassoon.
Yeah. That's interesting. I mean, yeah, going back to the 80s, he was the Tushy we wanted to talk about.
And I'll tell you, I've seen him recently.
Yeah.
Nothing to sneeze at.
I bet.
Nothing to sneeze at. I was at a bar with him.
Yes.
Not 50 feet from where we sit.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's here, basically.
Here.
At Governor's Comedy Club.
Exactly. Okay. He was attending a comedy show.
Okay.
And it's just like, you ever see the scene in Bronx Tale?
Yeah.
When they're walking into the bar, the Shade Bippy.
Yeah.
And Calogero basically says, all you see is Sonny. There's 100 people in the bar, but there's something about Sonny.
Yeah.
There was something about Ron that night.
All you saw was Ronnie?
All I see is Ron. Ronnie. He still has beautiful feathered hair.
Oh, wow.
The guy's up there in age.
He's, I think we had talked about this because he's a possibility for us to get on the show. There has been some talk of that.
And so I just made it weird.
Not anymore.
Yeah, well, that was that. Well, I don't think that he was ever going to be in studio. I think he was going to come on virtually. And now, if there was any chance of coming in studio, that's definitely gone. But you would like to put your fingers through his feathered locks.
I run through my fingers through his hair.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be.
All right. Okay.
Because I did forget my fourth. I remember my fifth. So that's the last one. But the fourth, who did I say? Because all right,
I'm going to get to that in a second. I'm going to tell you. So far, I've had this one, changing sports for a second. Okay. I don't know if I would be able to go to a tennis match and be able to watch this guy in person without charging the court a la, well, I wouldn't do what they did to Monica Seles because they stabbed her. But
don't do that.
I would charge the court just for a hug, maybe.
Don't do that, David Hinckley.
Yeah, Mark David Chapman. I would like to embrace Rafael Nadal, though.
Rafael Nadal.
Rafael Nadal is just he's a button. He's as cute as a button.
Really is.
He really is.
Cute face. I wouldn't say sexy face.
No, I didn't say that.
Cute.
Yeah, he's adorable. His
Cute
personality
face.
is adorable.
And a rock hard physique.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's like a sexy baby.
There is a oh God in heaven, what are we doing here? There is a viral episode, video that has been around for a couple of years. If I've watched it once, I've watched it 500,000 times. Where Nadal accidentally hit the ball girl with a ball.
Yes.
He hit her in the kepi, hit her in the head, and when he realized what happened, he went over to her and he lifted her hat and he gave her like a little smooch on like the top of her head. Okay.
Aww.
So you're saying he wants you to hit his head?
All I'm saying is, I've watched this video and I'm like, I would, if he just would have taken my little cap off my head and just a little kiss on the forehead,
and then slap his balls against your head.
Right, exactly. I just love that video, and I love Nadal, and he's a good tennis player. I don't really give a shit about that.
Another nice guy.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have a night of rough sex with him.
No,
Gonna be,
I wasn't looking for rough.
It's gonna be on a bearskin rug in front of a fireplace.
Yeah, spooning involved.
I'll rub your back.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. So Nadal is my fourth. Do you remember your fifth?
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
People might think it's a little weird, but I'm going with the greatest athlete of all time, Secretariat. Secretariat's the greatest athlete. If you're gonna have sex with an athlete, you're gonna have sex with the greatest of all time.
So you want to have? So you're talking 1973 Triple Crown, wins the Kentucky Derby, the Belmont, the Preakness. You want to have dirty horse sex with a 17 hands, which is several feet high horse, chestnut in color, which is orange brown, and presumably a schlangaroo that's got to be at least 2 feet long.
Because if I'm going out gay, I'm going out.
Yeah.
Get rid of me.
Yeah.
This is it. Put me out to stud.
Wow. Okay. So that took a turn. Mike wants to have gay love sex with a horse. But good.
But the greatest athlete of all time.
Greatest athlete of all time. Yeah. I mean, I think my final pick is going to be a little bit of a disappointment, but I feel like we would be remiss if one of us didn't have Captain Obvious on our list right now, considering the season. How have neither one of us said Steph Curry so far?
Wow. Yeah.
Steph Curry, again, if you're not looking at Steph Curry and your body temperature doesn't go up a little bit, or your heart doesn't flutter a little bit, I mean, he's just perfect in every way. That he has that mixed skin tone
swagger,
but
the octoroon.
He has his eyes are. Is it a hazel blue? What is that?
Yeah, you see it.
We don't use the word. God, no, he's just a mixed race
guy. Mixed race guy with the blue eyes.
Mulatto
get me every time.
It's not a word that's been used in about 12 years, probably.
Tell that to my dad.
Yeah. So Steph Curry is a prince. There's no question about it.
But like you said, dark skin, light eyes will get me every time.
I will tell you.
And the guys just revitalizing the game.
Yes. That's not what you care about, though. You're worried more about his skin and his eyes and his. I will say that if this was a comedy bit, we would have appropriately closed with Secretariat. We should not have closed with Steph Curry, and next time we'll do better. I mean, I think that
probably have equally sized penises.
Yeah, I would say most likely. Yeah. So with that note,
and I give us both credit for not just going for the low hanging fruit with Aaron Judge or Derek Jeter. Because
we're better than that.
Yeah,
we're better than
both
that.
Both big Yankee fans. Aaron Judge is the fucking the king of New York right now.
Yeah, no, we're not. We are not Captain Obviouses. Yeah. That's why this show is as great as it is, and that's why we have breezed through this hour. We're almost at 10 o'clock.
Oh, I do remember that the other one that I had sent was Thurman Munson, right?
Yeah. Oh, was it going to be Thurman Munson?
It was going to be Thurman.
Really?
Yeah.
It was going to be Thurman Munson just to make my dad happy.
Before or after the crash? That's terrible.
Probably before. My dad's favorite player. So, like, just, like, to make my dad happy. Like, all right, man, my son's fucking gay, but...
You know what's funny, Mike? Your dad doesn't even know there's a podcast going on, so you don't need to worry about making your dad happy.
Why am I always trying to make this guy happy?
He doesn't care about anything at all. But we have breezed through this episode. Another one that just seems so seamless and effortless, and we're here, so we're going to make sure that we close out with whatever Mike has going on, and we're going to talk about things that are coming up. What do you have to talk about, Michael?
Oh man, I will. I'll probably be here Thursday night. It's Governor's Comedy Club.
Okay.
Whatever shows they have this weekend, they're going to be awesome. I'll tell you one thing. Memorial Day weekend is notoriously, that and Labor Day weekend, the worst weekend for comedy.
Yeah.
And I was at the Brokerage on Saturday. Awesome show.
Killer.
Great crowd. Killer show. I was with Quentin Heggs and
Eric Haft.
Eric Haft. Killer show. Great show.
Mary
Memorial Day
Capone.
weekend. You don't get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I heard that the shows here at Governor's were great.
Terrific.
Memorial Day weekend. So if you're killing it on Memorial Day weekend, the shows here are going to be good anytime.
Home runs.
Listen to the shows here on Gov's Radio, Knocking Dead Comedy.
Good.
I'm going to be at, like I said, I'm probably going to be here Thursday.
Okay.
August 26th. Start getting those tickets for my comedy special.
Let's talk about that a little bit. Yeah. So Mike is having a comedy special. It's being professionally videotaped.
That was just confirmed this weekend. I put all my eggs in one basket with a maybe.
Okay.
My friend was maybe going to be recording it professionally. Mm-hmm. If it wasn't going to be, I was still going to record it, still going to have the show. Okay. But I had a professional flyer made for it. I'm starting to sell tickets here.
Okay.
And then it was confirmed this weekend. Yeah, the whole production's going through because he has his connections at Sirius XM Radio that he's going to be
awesome
sending it over to. So
yeah,
we'll be professionally taped, and there's gonna be a little comedy showcase before it. Carla's gonna be kind of warming up the crowd.
Okay.
Carla Okerson, my buddy Matt Vita is gonna be on it. Hugh Venwell, Tim Saliani.
Home runs.
And then they're gonna be doing little warm up spots, and then I'm gonna do a
45-minute set of killer material that is not only going to spiral you into worldwide fame, but it's going to bring this show to a next level as well.
True. That's what it is. It's a platform to boost this show, and start getting your tickets www.govs.com.
Okay.
In the Giggle Room here at Governor's in Levittown, August 26th,
which is the day before your birthday?
Day before my birthday, yeah.
Okay.
I actually had it originally booked on my birthday, the 27th.
Yeah.
But then I forgot I had concert tickets for my actual birthday.
Okay, so we're going to take that night, bring it into the 27th.
That's right.
Anyway, and we're going to
we'll be partying here till 2, 3
We're going to blow the roof off.
Yeah.
And good. We're excited for that. We're excited for this week's episode. It's been great. Thank you guys for listening. Please, the old, share and like and all that stuff, and tell us what you guys love and you don't love, so we can make the show better and better. Silly Sally, anything else you want to talk about, or we're ready to close the show out?
No, it's great. It's good. Good show.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Good show.
Okay, guys, Mike, close it out.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Please like and share. Tell everybody you know about it. Get us famous.
Yeah.
Come on, do it. Love you.
Love you. Bye.